Speedbird 851, turn right heading 180. Order 14 Papa, turn right 245, report localizer established.
Hi everyone, I'm DJ's Aviation and I'd like to welcome you all to my video. Today I wanted to make another video in my What If series. In this series I analyse potentially what could happen in various situations. For example, my first video was titled What If Emirates Never Ordered the A380. Some of the subtopics I included in that video was the impact on the A380 program, the airline itself, and a whole lot more. And that's pretty much the general gist of the series for you. In today's analysis, I'll be covering what if Emirates cancelled their order for the 777X. I hope to include in this video very similar subtopics, like what impact the 777X program would have, what this would mean for the rumoured 777-10X, and of course Emirates itself. Before I begin, I'd like to mention Emirates haven't cancelled their 777X order. This is simply me analysing what could happen if they did. I think the perfect place to begin is with a little look at the order that has been placed by Emirates to start with. At this stage, Emirates are penciled in to be the largest operator of the new 777X series. The 777X comes in two series, being the 777-8 and the 777-9. The -8 is the shorter and stubbier one in length, but with an increased range, whereas the -9 is the longer in length one and has a shorter range. As I mentioned, Emirates will be the largest operator of the 777X family, with a total of 150 orders placed for the two variants. The 150 plane order is made up of 35 of the 777-8s, the one with the longer range, and then a whopping 115 for the -9s. So on top of being the largest operator of the 777X all up, they will also be the largest operator of the two particular variants. I won't go into all the other carriers that have placed orders for the plane, but I do just want to mention two, that is Etihad and Qatar. You'll work out when I discuss their orders a bit later what I mean by these two. So if Emirates opted for something like the A350-1000 and A350-ULR, what impact would that have on the 777X series? Through Emirates removing their order, it'll result in 150 planes being taken away from the official order tally. This means the 777X order number for both variants would come down from 326 to 176. That is quite a considerable drop, but it isn't going to be a huge problem for the program. And why is that, you may ask? Well, the 777X is still years away from launching with Lufthansa. In the time between the video going out now and the 777X officially launching, there are multiple air shows scheduled, which is, as we know, where a lot of airlines place sizable orders for big aircraft. On top of this, the 777-8 is penciled in to begin flights in 2022, which is in 4 years, and that's again 4 years to accumulate more orders. And while a loss of 150 orders from Emirates is certainly going to impact them, I do believe Boeing as a manufacturer wouldn't be hit too hard. It's also worth noting that just because the 777X is set to be released within the next 5 years, it doesn't mean that after this period, airlines won't order it. Let's take a look at the highly successful A320neo. It is still receiving orders each year despite it already being released, and I do believe a similar case will happen with the 777X. From this, I can determine that the 777X family is safe, but this again can all change literally at the drop of a hat. Emirates. What happens to them if they cancel the 777X? Honestly, nothing. A carrier as large as Emirates, while may feel for the first few weeks a bit out of it, will already have a replacement, no doubt, lined up. And what would that be exactly? To me, the most likely candidate is the A350 family. As for the choices, I believe the A350-900 ULR would be absolutely perfect in terms of replacing their 35 orders for the 777-8. On top of this, I'd assume they'd opt for the A350-1000 when it comes to replacing their larger order for the 777-9. Now, I could end this subtopic right now, but I don't want to do that because there are in fact other options on the market for a carrier like Emirates. Just because Emirates have hypothetically cancelled their 777X order doesn't mean they won't order a Boeing aircraft again. The carrier has already placed a firm order for the Boeing 787-10, so it is certainly a possibility that they could just adjust that order and opt for more 787s. Is that what I personally believe they would do? No. Finally, another option is of course the mighty A380, an aircraft that is absolutely huge, yes in size, but also to Emirates. They are the largest operator of this aircraft by a country mile, and more orders would certainly be on the cards. That though would pretty much leave them with a 787/A380 fleet without any of the 777Xs, because as we know, their classic 777s are being phased out. This is why I believe something like the A350 is the best solution if they were going to cancel their 777X order. Of course, this is just my opinion, and I'd love to hear what you believe is the perfect option for the carrier if they were going without the 777X in the comment section below. There's two more things I wish to touch on in this video, the first being the 777-10X. Now this is a rumoured new variant to the 777X family and is set to be longer in length and carry far more passengers than the Dash 8 and Dash 9 versions. While not being double-decker, if configured correctly, it is also rumoured to be the closest in terms of capacity to the A380 on the market. It was reported a few months back, Emirates were extremely interested in this as an option over the A380s. However, Boeing were not going to move on the program unless they had that firm validation that Emirates would be placing a sizable order. However, as you may have been aware, that didn't exactly go to plan for Boeing, as Emirates instead placed a further order for 26 of the Airbus A380s. Now this doesn't rule out the 777-10X operating within Emirates, but I'd say after that move by Emirates, we're probably further away from it being announced than we are a few months back when the interest was very strong. Among Emirates, it's just worth mentioning that carriers like Cathay Pacific have also been interested in the possibilities of the 777-10X. My final topic I want to touch on is Qatar and Etihad. So now what I mentioned earlier about the amount of orders will hold a bit more meaning and make a lot more sense to you. Just covering what I mentioned again, Qatar have 60 777Xs on order, while Etihad have 25. Seems normal, right? Well, to a certain degree it is, but then it actually isn't, if that makes sense. The carriers in the Middle East are constantly, and I mean constantly, competing for the largest market share. Here in Melbourne, we have the big three, Qatar, Etihad and Emirates, all operating here with Emirates and Etihad offering double daily or more services, while Qatar still operate just the one. But I should mention Qatar, seeking approval from the government, are looking to begin new services within Australia and of course to Melbourne. So it has become apparent that the competition is really fierce. Often the Middle Eastern carriers have followed the likes of Emirates in terms of aircraft being ordered. This isn't always the case, but in this 777X instance, it more than likely is. I did briefly touch on this same issue in my Emirates A380 video, and that was if Emirates cancelled the A380 order or just never actually signed a deal for them, would Qatar and Etihad follow in their footsteps? And it certainly is a possibility. The three are always trying to take each other's numbers, passengers and so on away from each other, and are always looking for the best aircraft to do this job. Just look at it like this. Qatar, Etihad and Emirates all operate the A380. Yep, and the 787, and now soon the 777X. It isn't any wonder what is popular over there in doing the job. Now this actually does go on with Airbus and Boeing and may actually make it a little easier to understand. Airbus have released the A321LR, while Boeing don't have a direct competitor as of yet. Airbus therefore will take the sales from carriers as there is no other alternative for them. However, it is worth mentioning a carrier like Qantas might just wait for Boeing's alternative, but it's really going to depend on the relationships between the airline and the manufacturer. So Boeing needs to come up with something to compete with it. Now let's just apply that situation with Emirates. They order the A350ULR, it performs well, Qatar and Etihad deem it to be a good aircraft, and then they order it. I hope you've enjoyed my analysis on what would happen if Emirates never ordered the 777X or simply cancelled their order. As I've mentioned, this is my own view on it. If you believe something different would likely happen, The comments section is always open for you to discuss your opinions with like-minded people. If you've made it this far into the video, feel free to let me know if you have similar ideas that you'd like me to cover, and I'd be more than happy to add them to my list of video ideas/requests. If you're new to the channel, feel free to click the subscribe button and hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and I do hope to see you all in the next one.